Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Legendary, where we sit down and we design a character for a tabletop role-playing game and make it in Hero Forge, because, you know, it's fun. It's what we do. We also have a little segment at the very, very end where we go and we review a couple of the Hero Forge minis that are available on our Discord in our Hero Forge Foundry. So if anyone wants me to review their stuff there, yeah, feel free to throw down some links for the characters that you've made, and yeah, we'll go do that. We'll go do that. Yay! All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now, I should have fixed the music problem we had last week, so yay, I'm pretty keen on that. So let me just see if, can you guys let me know if you guys can hear this? It should work, like I said, but don't hold your breath. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go, and I think that's really soft. Oh, there we go. Aha. Maybe. I think maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Can you guys hear anything? All right. If you can't, it's fine. We'll do other things. I'll figure something out. But you know, I'd like music. Still hear nothing? Damn. Okay. That is fine. I will endeavor to try and fix that. Oh, there is music. Oh, good. Yay! Fantastic. Fantastic. Now we don't just have to have awkward silences. Slight bit too loud? No, that's okay. I can lower that. I can absolutely lower that. All right, there we go. Okay. Cool. Excellent. All right, here we go. So, what are we doing today? We are going to be designing our final character. This is the last character for the Legendary series that we're going to have printed off. Now, this isn't to say that we are going to that we aren't going to do another Legendary series. It is just that we have gotten to the end of the budget that was given kindly by our wonderful sponsors at Hero Forge to play around with stuff. That's not to say that if of course people are talking about Hero Forge on Twitch and hashtagging, you know, my name and Hero Forge's name, just saying, it doesn't mean we won't get a season 2. So yeah, that's the big thing there. Now, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna sign off? What's gonna be our last miniature in our order? Let's have a look at what we've got so far. Now, I want to obviously try and keep oh, actually, you know what? I've got something to share with you guys. But I'll get to that in a second. For those of you who watched pretty much up until now, we have a bunch of different minis that we've kind of thrown out like an objective, I guess. So the objective might be, you know, hey, let's use the lighting rig, or hey, let's play around with the transparent minis. You know, so we played around with a bunch of different stuff. So I guess the big thing now is we need to kind of come up with what we're going to kind of base our character on. But before that, this character here is one that I was inspired by from one of the monthly picks from the Facebook page. This is my rendition of 16 from the series that we did on Game On Australia. So the dreaded GM and I are going to be playing this Friday with Tales of Pesh, and he has reprised his role of the Warforge scrap engine known as 16. And yeah, I put this together, and I was really happy with how it came out. It definitely has that kind of steam engine Warforge vibe to it as well. And I used some of the blood splatters to add, like, if you look on the weapon here, added like kind of a heating element, and then I also added in some like rust as well, just over the body a little bit. So yeah, some cool stuff there. I just wanted to show that off because that's that was just here. All right, let's have a look at our legendary characters. So these are the 5 legendaries that we have. We've got one more in the works. So let's look at what we have. We have our Dinosaur Tamer, who used some of the splatter effects. We have our Gemstone Dragon to kind of see what the gemstones have. We have the Moonstruck Pilgrim, which showed us some of the lighting effects. We have the Legendary Spectre for some of the transparent plastics. And we've got our non-binary, agenda fluid Dungeon Delver, where we used some of the lighting effects to a little bit more of a strong degree, as well as a as well as the transparent plastics for some electricity as well. So we kind of mixed a little bit there, but yeah, there you go. All right, so what are we going to kick off today's session with? What's our inspiration for today? The Pilgrim one is very nice. I do love the Pilgrim one. All right, what is today's inspiration? We can do it with anything, guys. Like this is the last one. This is a community thing. What are you feeling? Squirrel Barbarian says AK. Could be a Squirrel Barbarian. Johannes the Cabal. Cabal the Necromancer. Interesting. World Ender. Okay, I'm looking more for like a theme, I guess. Something to guide our decisions. I mean, I like the idea of a world ender, like a bee-bag. We should be making a bee-bag. Is that what you mean? Or should we be making a like a Hulk version? I mean, I think Hulk would be pretty easy to make. A water elemental sorcerer. I like the idea. I do like the idea, but as I have shown in a previous video, I do have this character here, and I don't really know if I can top another water-themed character. So that was the water genasi I made, which was really good, and I played that for Battle of the Bards. I was super proud of that one. Agent of the Hungering Deep. Oh, that could be very cool. Could be very cool. Trying to play with the idea of this being the last character in the set. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that idea. That's kind of cool. Endbringer. Is it possible to make a mini that is Hulk-ish on the right side and regular on the left? Interesting question. Although I do kind of like the idea of a Jekyll and Hyde character inspiration. Let me have a look. I don't know if I can though. I mean, actually, maybe I could. Can I? All I need to do is have a left arm, right arm. I can make it longer. No, I cannot. Maybe if I give it multiple arms. Sorry, I'm playing around with the idea of playing around with some ideas here. No, you cannot. So yes, unfortunately we can't do the half down the middle thing. Hi, Cow! Hey, Giggles! Ah, everything is going absolutely well. Thank you for popping in. I think I broke Dag. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It was good. It was just like I said. It was one of those things where it's like, it's worth exploring. But if I can't do it, there's no real point to doing it. All right. Let's see. Hi, Callie. What have we decided? Yeah, nothing's been decided yet. But that is a cool idea though. I definitely love the idea of like having one big old arm and the other side like kind of worn and withery. Okay, let's go with let's pick a word. Let's pick a random RPG D&D word, an in-game word, so not like, you know, D20 or D12 or whatever. Let's find an in-game word and then just do a word association and then see if we can rip something out of that creative stew. So let's go with like favorite D&D word. Could be anything. Could be a monster. Could be a piece of equipment. could be a class, could be a race, could be a place. Hungering Deep, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna put these into a poll. Hungering Deep. I definitely don't mind the Hungering Deep as an idea. Fadark. Ooh. See now there's creative juices are flowing. See there you go. All right, so let's have a look. We got come here, you. I want you to be a pole for me. Inspiration. Let's call that. So we got Hungering Dark. We got Fadark. We got Simulacrum. That's really cool. That's really cool. Does qualify as my favorite D&D word? No, it doesn't. Silver Lake. Ooh, Silver Lake. I like that. I like that one. That's a good one. All right, and one more word. Radiant. Okay, yeah, there's some good ones there. All right, I like these. All right, poll is up. Pick our favorite word from this word association game, and we shall use that word and inspire this particular character. Now, guys, let's take a moment, as we always do, to talk about what we're doing here. So yeah, I've enjoyed playing around with Hero Forge, mostly because it allows us to not only be creative but also inspire characters that we may want to use in other games, in other role-playing sessions. That's why I kind of like these things, because it's not about just going, hey, let's just make a Loxodon and then go and make him cool, we've got a Loxodon, let's make him a genie, whatever. We're not doing stuff like that. We are creating characters based on the designs of, good characters, good stories, good connections, and we're using a lot of the stuff that I really, I use and I love before I set up for games and things. So I'm really keen. I'm really happy, and I really enjoy doing this. Yeah, Matt Brecker, I do agree. The Hungry Deep does definitely sound very cool. Hungering Deep. Hungering Dark is the Hungering Deep. Sorry, my bad. I don't know why I spelled Hungering Dark. But there does seem to be a very strong leaning to the Fadark, though. Okay, you know what? Let me do the poll again. That was on me. That was inspiration. Well, this poll will only go for like 2 minutes, because that was what was roughly left. Hungering Deep, Fadark, Radiant. What was the other words? Simulacrum and Silver Lake. Okay, there we go. Done. Boom, poll is up. Sorry, my bad on that one. Can't take me anywhere. Yeah, no, can't take me anywhere at all. Alright, there we go. Always love the idea of small creatures playing a barbarian with a big-ass great sword. Not necessarily a halfling, anything works. Gnomes, kobolds, goblins, pixies. Yeah, see, okay, so here's the thing. I love that idea, but I think there's a very, very fine line between a trope and a gimmick, right? So leaning into a trope is a good thing. I think that tropes help us communicate without necessarily needing to go over things. For example, let's go with Little Man Syndrome. Little Man Syndrome is a very, very, common thing that we see as a trope, where you have the person who's short be really angry and really, kind of temperamental. So a barbarian who is short is kind of filled into a trope. But a gimmick might be something of like, hey, let's make this guy like just only want to resolve everything in violence, or only want to do everything because of that syndrome that they're going through. And that then becomes gimmicky. So, I think those ones are easy to make, but they're very hard to roleplay well. I, for one, have I played a tiny character? I think I've played tiny characters. I've played very big characters who are very weak, and I've played spellcasters like frontline barbarians, Oh, the gnome that punches people in the nuts. Yeah, he's definitely got Little Man Syndrome. But he's got a lot to him. He's a paladin in my Curse of Strahd game. And yeah, he's super small, and the Goliath and the Dragonborn like to kind of stand up to him and be like, "Oh, we're bigger than you." And literally they did that to him, and he just went, "Oh yeah?" Wham! Right in the happy sack. And it's just like, well, I mean, that's what you did. You walked up and tried to arc up to a gnome who is literally just like staring at your junk. Yeah, he's gonna punch you in the junk. That's just how that works. All right, Fey Dark. All right, we're creating a Fey Dark character. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to define what a Fey Dark character is. Fey Dark is the term used for a segment of the Underdark that crosses the planar boundaries and exists beneath the Fey Wilds. Some Drow enclaves in this subplane. There are some Drow enclaves in this subplane, but the strength of the Formians keep most of them restricted to the Underdark in the prime material. Alright, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A character of mine, big, strong, not smart barbarian, not angry at all, kind of shy, doesn't know his own strength, so sent a blacksmith apprentice. His rage was focus fighting. His frenzy was his rage. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great use of character. Alright. So, we want to create a Fey creature. So I guess what we want to look up next is, if we're being inspired by the Underdark Fey, I like the idea of taking a regular Fey, like, you know, like a pixie or whatever, and adding some evolutionary elements to drag them underground, right? Like, let's say, for example, you'd have a dryad. What would an underground dryad look like? I imagine that would look a bit more like a mushroom creature, as opposed to a, you know, wood elf kind of looking thing. So let's do that. Let's pick a series of Fey. Pick a bunch of Fey, and then we'll vote on it, and then we will make that as a pixie with bat wings. Exactly the type of thing. All right. So let's throw out some Fey ideas. All right, name a Fey. Let's do it. I'm gonna get the ball rolling and say, what's a good Fey? I'm gonna go with Pixie. Pixie's a nice, easy one. So we got Pixie. What else do we have? Myconids? Are they Fey? Myconids Fey? I don't know if Myconids are Fey. Our fungisoid race, peaceful, appreciative, yada yada yada. I don't think they're Fey. You know what? I'll put them in there anyway because they were mentioned. There you go. Hags are Fey mostly. Yeah. Redcap. Yeah, Redcap. Although I think Redcaps would probably be Redcaps. Fox-looking thing with no eyes. What's that? Fox-looking thing with no eyes. I don't want to Google that, but there's a fox deer. I mean, technically we could count the kitsune, to be honest. Yeah, there's fox deers. Yeah, we're going to be doing dark versions of normal Fey. But that's fine. I mean, redcaps are a normal type of Fey. So we would be looking at how we would take a redcap underground. Are sirens Fey? No, sirens are not Fey, I think. Oh, maybe they are, actually. I thought that it depends on which lore you're looking at. Let's see. Sirens in D&D are monstrous humanoids. And yeah, no, they're considered Fey beings of the sea. So yes, they are Fey. So let's go with sirens, quicklings. You know, I'm gonna go with sirens and nymphs. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna combine those two. Redcaps, darkling of Fey. Yeah, I'm gonna go with quicklings and darklings. And actually, no, we don't need to do darklings. Darklings are the underground Fey. There you go. All right, cool. We got our vote. All right, poll is up. All right. All right. So let's talk about inspiration. Let's talk about design. Now, designing a character, you guys know that I like to start from a good foundation, a base foundation. So if I'm creating a Fey Dark character, what I would look at is the character being the character starting in the Fey Dark. I wouldn't necessarily look at this character going and visiting, for example. Another interesting idea might be having, as an infant, fallen into the Fey Dark, or be kidnapped and dragged into the Fey Dark, right? Those type of characters definitely kind of are shaped by the world around them. And there's kind of a nice play on the nature versus nurture element of someone's upbringing. So that's always interesting. I like that kind of idea. But remembering, obviously, when making heroes, we need to look at what makes them unique, what makes them want to live their life as a hero. Lands, monstrous humanoids. Leave me out of this, Michael. Creds. Satyrs. Satyrs are cool. Satyrs are cool. I do like satyrs. All right. Final chances to vote. As we are coming up on the end of this. Alright. Alright. Siren and Nymph taking the win. Alright. I like it. I like it. Alright. Let's see if we can get some Feywild music going. Let's see. Aha, here we go. Now this music is from Tabletop Audio, which I use on occasion. I generally try to avoid it, mostly because trying to reference all the artists is very difficult, but I will do so before we get started. Oh, here we go. Halfling Festival. Not vibing that one. Let's go with... Weirder Things? I think this is supposed to be a Stranger Things soundtrack. It's way too loud? Yeah, okay, I'll fix that. I will fix that. Sorry about that. I apologize. Okay. Okay. Ahmed Brecker, you kind and wonderful soul. Thank you so much for gifting those subs. Ladies and gentlemen, those who have recently joined our sub family, welcome. We hope that you enjoy your resting place. You now should all have the new badges that are now available on my channel. And should in time rise as a member of the Dead Aussie Gamer Crypt. So, yes, I look forward to that. Here we go. Synth Dawn. Yeah, I like that. All right, do let me know if it does get too loud, but or if it's too soft. Let me know. Silver Fox, what's up? Nice to see you. Internet isn't letting you on here or YouTube. Oh no, Lance. Oh no. Oh well. We will see you next time, my friend. Thank you once again, and thank you, Calindria, for the 1,000 bits. You You're awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we're making a Fey Dark character. We are making a siren. Now, I guess the next question I gotta ask is, are we gonna make a male or female siren? Are sirens exclusively female? That's my first question. Thank you for the follow, Midnight Menagerie. A pleasure having you here. Let's answer the most important question here. Are there male sirens? Oh, it auto-filled my question. Midnight, thank you so much. Thank you for the gifted subs to the community. Thank you to everyone. Wow, you guys, stop it. No, this is a chill design and art hangout, not a make Michael all emotional and stuff hangout. You guys are so cool. You guys are so amazing. You're so generous, and I love you guys. You guys are just awesome. All right. So the question 2, are there male sirens? Originally, sirens were shown to be male or female, but male sirens disappeared from art around the 5th century BC. Huh. Okay, so there you go. Can you make it with it? Calendria! 5,000 bits. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome, and I've lost words now. I've lost words. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about male sirens. There are male sirens. They apparently started leaving. They started leaving artwork and the like. So I'm gonna take a few moments to just weird out a little bit, because I don't deal with hype trains well. I don't. You know, like it's just never been me. I don't even know what to say or do. Yeah, that shush. There you go. Male or female, that's it. Why do I imagine male sirens sounding like winding dogs? It could be it. Could be it. Thank you for the 100 bith mythical Turian. You are awesome. Absolutely wonderful. You guys, like the community between like Dread, myself, Rob, the Viva guys and stuff. You know, you guys are just so awesome. While we are doing this, I'm gonna do one of I've been taking to doing affirmations. So we're gonna do a quick affirmation here, guys. RPGs are something that we back in the day had to hide. We had to hide how nerdy we were. We had to hide all the things that we loved, because there was a constant fear of being ostracized by the people around us. In the modern day, we have seen so many people coming into the hobby who have brought everything that they have learned in the world to this space, and it is doing nothing but building confidence with people. It's sharing a community where everyone can gather together and feel accepted. And the thing is you guys are just so accepting of everyone that every chat that I see you guys in, and I see tons of you, right? Like I see just so many familiar names from all these channels. And I'm absolutely enriched as a human being, because I get to see you guys sharing that love, that joy of role-playing games with not just myself, but with all kinds of other streamers, all kinds of other channels. And I think it's super important that people do that. And your generosity here, through bits, through donations, through just being a part of the community, is just, there is no other words. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. But yes, there is a poll going on, which Callie is reminding me. It's male or female. That is what we're doing, and I think we've got a lot of votes for the females, a couple for the male. I did vote for the male myself. I think only because I think it would be interesting. And if you're asking as to why I didn't pick a gender fluid or non-binary character, I honestly I didn't want to. We did one last week, so I wanted to do a male or female this week, because there again, we were talking about tropes. the trope of the siren is always going to be the female siren, the typical one from that. So there you go. But it looks like we're heading in towards female territory. Last chances to vote if anyone would like to cast their vote in the hat. Okay, there we go. All right. Level 4 hype train. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, no, completed level 5. What? Well, it says level 5 completed, but then another notification says we've done the level 4 emotes. So, whatever the case is, thank you so much, guys. And as I have started to do on my channel, in thanks for your awesome contribution, allow me to fill the chat with Dagheart, and thank you so much for the hype brains. Absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Okay, so we're going to be creating a siren. Now, keeping in mind, a siren is only the inspiration. We don't necessarily have to be making a specific siren. Phoenix, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for continuing your sub. And you have emerged. Oh, you have emerged. You've gotten your 6 months badge. You have broken free from your grave as a skeleton of the dead Aussie gamer crypt. Well done. Welcome. Okay. So yes, we are creating a character inspired by a siren, a female siren in particular. So if we're inspiring a character based on the idea of a siren, I think we need to have a very kind of seductive character. We need to create a character who is very much tied in inherently to the ocean, to the sea. And what we can actually do here is maybe we can dip into some more of that hungering deep element as well. So that could be kind of cool, like a grimdark underground bard or sorcerer who uses charisma, and then also kind of tie into that kind of like dark fae kind of thing. So that could be kind of cool. All right. So yeah, let's get some basic inspiration here. I think I do love that haircut, that long hair, but I always use it, and I don't want to use it simply because I always use it. I think yeah, let's go with that one. All right, and just let's get some basics in here, just so that we've got somewhere to lean on. I love these. This one's just awesome. Okay, so ideally here we're gonna try and create a siren-inspired character. Okay, we're not trying to create a siren per se. Yeah, that could be cool. All right. News: Josh, Pesh, and Rob are defo for the one-shot roulette and VLDL. Oh wow, that's awesome! That is awesome. That is very cool news, Phoenix. I would be very excited to see that. Not at all beautiful. Dichotomy in character. Yeah, maybe we can make her a little bit less than the stereotyped ideal of beauty. That could be very cool. Hero Forge recently released a new dress, which looks like the dress is from Troy. Yeah, that's this dress. This dress is that very Trojan-looking one. So I mean, like I said, we're just creating a starting point. Okay. So let's design this character, because again, once we get the idea of who this person is, we can then start looking at what they look like. So, I think we're going to start with the idea of, there is, of course, the Underdark, where there is, I haven't gotten an invite, but if you're inviting me, I mean, depends on the time, but I'd be super keen. Especially if Ben's playing. I mean, I've got a game with Josh and Pesh this week. But yeah, I'm always down to clown, especially if those two knuckleheads are. I can't say no if they are. That's pretty much it. And this goes to everyone. If you ask Rob and Dredd to play a game, and then you ask me, chances are I will play. Like, yeah, any excuse to play with these two. And you know what? Ironically, if you tell them the same thing, they probably get the same result. But anyway, I digress. All right. So, thinking about the Underfey, the Underwild, I think what we need to look at is, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Whenever I think of like the Hungering Deep, I always think of Cthulhu, and I always think of R'lyeh, and I think of you know, that kind of dark, ocean, scary, terrifying thing, right? And that's just the way I've always kind of viewed it. But I kind of want to I guess I kind of want to look at what we would do with making it an underground ocean. Do you know what I mean? Like, what does an underground ocean kind of look for? I mean, it's darker, isn't it? Bioluminescence, that's a good one. That's a great one. That is perfect. That's exactly what I was stuck on. Okay, yeah, so bioluminescence. So now I'm kind of imagining kind of darker tones. And I mean, I feel like a certain someone is going to be very happy about this. But like, you know, the darker tones, the mana potion. Right, like muted colors. That's kind of it. And then kind of like, you know, that bioluminescence. And then what we could do is something like... Yep, and then... See what I mean? Like that kind of bioluminescent. There you go. Look at that. Boom. See, that's already amazing, isn't it? Jesus. Yeah, that turned good super quick. That got good quick. Damn. Damn. No, who said that? Who was the one that meant bioluminescence? Mythical. That was like nail on the goddamn head. That was just perfect. That was exactly the thing. Now again, we can keep tweaking this, but that is the template. That is the starting point for where we're at. Okay, back to it. Now the Hungering Deep, I love the idea of maybe kind of like playing around with like the base on that one. Maybe having kind of like maybe making it look like an ocean. So yeah, see like the mana potion might work there, which means we can look at changing up the outfit a little bit. No, we'll play around with the outfit. Like I said, we'll do a bunch of different stuff. But then what we do is we add in a couple of tendrils, and then give them like a kind of like a goopy kind of vibe. There you go. Maybe turn this top screen. Yeah, kind of something like that, you know what I mean? There you go. Hey, Eric! Hi, Eric! Hi! Hi! I know that guy. He's awesome. Yeah, add bioluminescence to the eyes as well. Yeah, let's have a look what that looks like. I mean, I think the bright might be a bit too much, but what we could do is we can go into the mixer, and see if we can make a copy. And I wonder if I could. No, I can't make eyes. That's probably the only thing I can't make. Yeah, I can't make that. But I might be able to. No, that's still fine. And then. Okay. So maybe something like. There we go. So we've got some of that bioluminescence coming through there. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up on chat real quick. Dropping by to give a look. Hope I'm having an awesome night. Hi, Am. Say hello to your lovely wife for me. I hope that you both are doing absolutely splendidly, Eric. Protect. Yes, everyone protect. McBluff, we're token buddies. Yay, token buddies. No, add the glow already into the eyes. That's what I meant. Oh. No, it's too late. It's done now. Boom. But I like that though. That having the pink and yellow in the eyes is still actually pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. Can you try the W looking purple lucky looking eyes? Yeah, I guess. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, those are kind of weird. But they're cool. They're cool. The frog ones. There's the slit ones. Oh, they're not bad. I don't like those ones. Those gecko ones. Snake ones. Because remember, we're not making a siren. We're making a siren-inspired character. So that is the big caveat here. Because while making a siren would be awesome, of course, we are ultimately making a PC character. And you know what? I'm going to take a moment here. Characters who are inspired by monsters. Now, here is a big thing for me, and this is, I don't know if it's a pet peeve, because I play with so many characters, and I see so many people who do this. If you are making a character inspired, that is supposed to be inspired by something, don't just try to replicate it, right? And you see this more often than not with dragons. Oh, by the way, this is, what's it called? Does it have a name? No name, just Iris. Maybe it's sorry, real quick, just while my mind's on it. It is aquatic. Cuttlefish. There you go. It's a cuttlefish. It's a cuttlefish eye. That is what that one is. Okay. But anyway, what I was saying was, if you're having a character that's inspired by something, don't just try to replicate it. Like, you see it a lot, especially with dragons, right? Every dragonborn character, every kobold, every dragon disciple that has ever tried to, sort of fall into the dragon trope of things, everyone I've come across has done the exact same thing. I am a dragon, or I want to be a dragon, or I am trying to be a dragon, or respect me for I am dragon. That's not necessarily the case. You can admire things. You can have a respect for things without you diving into just becoming them. Like, for example, a lot of my dragonborn characters, they don't have anything to do with dragons. They're just people who happened to be Dragonborn. And the ones that tend to lean on the dragon stuff, like the breath weapon and stuff like that, it's not a behold my dragon breath. It was just like, yeah, that's the weapon I've got. It's the tool I use. Um, when I have characters who worship dragons, like I had a serpent folk way back when who worshipped a shadow dragon. It's a reverence thing. It's like I am not worthy of my master. I am not worthy of the attention that the dragons have. I am in awe at your greatness and your strength. The might that you wield is something I aspire to possess in myself one day. It was never a I want to grow wings and breathe fire. You know what I mean? And that was always a thing for me. I mean, like I said, it's mostly because I play so many games that always seems to come up. But I don't judge people who do that. I just think to myself like, well, there's a difference. There's a huge difference between inspired by and, outrightly this is, blar. Okay. So this is inspired by a siren. We're not trying to create a siren. That being said, I think we've started pretty well. I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like we're really, really on a very, very good track here, for everything. So we haven't actually decided anything about the design elements of the character. So let's focus on that a little bit. So this individual is either born or found or explored the the Fey Dark, right? What do we want to look at? Do we want to look at someone who was born here, someone who kind of stumbled down here? What are we thinking? Do we have a story that we can start leaning on? And while we're deciding that, I'm going to pose the tentacles a little bit. So is the Wandering Deep capable of like becoming a warlock patron? Um, yeah, I think so. I think we could look at making this character a warlock. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a cool way to think about it. Recent Draconic UA has similar thing. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And I appreciate when stories and stuff start looking a little bit outside of the norm to kind of play around with stuff like that. Um, Again, my perception proves low. It's a hungering deep brain. Uh, yeah. Oh, is it? I thought it was. I was under the impression it was it was like a Lovecraftian thing, like like the terror from the deep. But if it's an elder brain, that's a whole other thing. But I mean, we can still play around with the same kind of inspiration. All right, let's just move these ones up out a bit. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Done. sorry, I am distracted a little bit. That's because I just want to get that just right. There we go. Beautiful. Done. Okay. Did you see the color suggestion for Met by the Dress? I did not. Let me scroll back up. Wow, I really did miss it. Okay, hold on. When you get there, you should look at Darkling Beasthorn for the dress. Darkling Beasthorn. Okay. Darkling Beasthorn. I wish there was a search function. It's probably my only regret. Darkling Beasthorn. It's under Bone. Bone, sorry. Let's see. Darkling. Oh, there we go. Darkling Beasthorn. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's play around with my mix on that one and change that from that to a fabric, which is good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. I definitely do not mind that one. All right, let's see. No, I was lenting my brain, sending out the wrong message earlier. Carry on with the tentacle creature. Yo, Cthulhu mind where you stick with that tentacle weed. I love that. Is this creature being created for something specific? And if not, will you please get the 1 hour out of the Abyss stream? It's under Bone, yeah. No, this character. So Phoenix, what we are doing here is this is a community character build. So we are building a character based on just inspirations from the community regarding just stuff and what we're going to do is we are going to print these out, and when they get printed out, we're then going to review how close to what we made in Hero Forge is the thing we ended up making. So this character here is definitely inspired by the Feydark and the Hungering Deep, which is apparently the Elderbrain that lives down in the Darklands. Which yeah, we're kind of leaning on a little bit, and hopefully gonna make something a lot of fun. There we go. At least that's the idea anyway. Now, if you're asking why I've moved stuff around, the reason being is, so I want her to be surrounded by tentacles. That's the first thing. That tentacle will move, or that one will. The other thing is I don't want to obscure the legs. I definitely want people to see those bioluminescence on the legs. That's very sexy, and I like it. Okay. Back to story. Sorry. I'm distracting myself. All right, here we go. So, why are they in the Underdark? I like the story that perhaps this was a patron warlock who, as a child, kind of fell into the Darklands, fell into the Dark Wilds, because of which they ended up being kind of manipulated by the creatures of the Feywilds. Now, I think that she should have a positive relationship with the creatures of the Feywild. I think this should almost be a borderline druidess. Do you know what I mean? Like someone who is very much in tune with everything to do with the Feywilds. Now, I think on top of that, there should be a manipulation here. A manipulation that someone or something used in order to manipulate her influence in the Feywild is now being abused by something or someone. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, sorry, I'm distracted a little bit. Just getting this just right has been tricky. There we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think. There. Yep, I'm good. All right, tentacles are done. I'm done with the tentacles. Sorry. Wow, that was a lot more. That was definitely a lot more vexing than I wanted it to be. All right, unseelie agents. Ooh, that is a cool idea. The unseelie court are definitely something to consider. All right, so what if that is what happened? What if this beautiful woman fell into the Underdark as a child? No. Okay, I got it. I need to write this down. All right, I'm gonna write this down in chat. Okay, young infant, abandoned in the forest. Fae took child, but were attacked. In the struggle, the child was lost to the Faedark and saved by a mourning siren of the deep lakes. Raised as a daughter, she knew something was different and sought answers, finding a guide to teach her magic, the Elder Brain. She worked discovering her. The Unseelie Court demanded that she return to the realm of the humans, or whatever race she belongs to. We haven't decided yet. The siren mother was distraught. She offered to stay and serve the Unseelie Court, which played into... Oh, you were talking about your brain. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I thought you meant there was an Elder Brain involved. In any case, she does still need a patron god, so this could be Cthulhu, this could be whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anything, so... Which played into her patron's hands. Using her unwittingly, she attacked... Oh, she provided an opportunity for creatures of the prime material Darkland to invade the Faedark. And she retreated, burdened with the guilt of fulfilling the dark prophecy that the court had predicted. Boom, there you go. So, yeah, I like that kind of this. I mean, like, all heroes don't need an edgy backstory, but I love the idea that her mother could be a hex brood. Maybe a hag was the leader of the court down here. That would make more sense. Ooh, you have lag. Oh no. Well, hopefully the text came through, so that way you didn't miss out on any of the story stuff. But I love that idea. I love the idea that she was manipulated to act against her family, and now there's kind of like this kind of an aura of darkness around her. Like you are evil, you are bad, you're horrible, and that is, in addition to that, you are also from the dark and from the deep, so you must be evil. But in turn, it's like, well, no, I actually want to do the right thing. I want to be a good person. I am a good person. And I am traveling and exploring because I feel that guilt that I've had for having unintentionally betrayed my family, which gives us, and for those of you who have been watching, gives us our unique perspective as to why this is not an NPC. This is not an NPC because they are now out adventuring in order to try and run away from their past, maybe even redeem themselves in some way, or even just come to terms with stuff. Her hag mother might have turned to the hells and become a night hag. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a cool story. Absolutely. Maybe she survived the attack from the Darkland creatures. Um, which begs the question as maybe this should be a drow. Which begs the question as maybe this should be a drow. The I guess the second story element here is why would she then travel with people, right? So if she had run away from the Feydark after having, done this, why would she then join up with a group of travelers? Why would she join up with a group of individuals? What would inspire her to do so? Let's throw out some ideas. Let's keep going with this. Um, Also, let me know what you think about the idea of the elf idea. Also, McBluff, yes, you can, as long as you stop apologizing. You may ask me any question at any time, and I will attempt to answer to the best of my to the best of my ability. Are these Elfias? Yeah. Maybe trying to redeem herself. Okay. If she's trying to redeem herself, how would traveling with other people facilitate that? I don't know. Maybe it's the hair, but I don't like the ears. Yeah. If she were to travel with other people, how would that facilitate redeeming herself? Elemental ears? Let's try the elemental ears. I don't dislike that idea. Elemental ears. Oh yeah, that's all right. That's not bad. Did not dislike that. Maybe she's. Maybe they stole something. Maybe what happened, and go with me on this. Maybe what happened was, because here's the thing: the idea behind the Feydark and the Underdark are in opposition with one another, right? So her being a drow kind of makes sense in the way that, if she is a drow, then it adds distrust to the Unseelie courts, right? So if that is the case, then once the drow attack, it becomes a case of like, well, yeah, okay, the drow are now out to, kind of take over elements of the Unseelie court, or in this case, maybe steal something from the court. And once they stole something from it, it became well, yes, this is now all your fault. So maybe she's on a quest to kind of get what was stolen back from the drow. I mean, that does kind of limit what she's capable of, because of course, if you're playing in a campaign that has nothing to do with the drow, it might end up like being a bit, what's the word? It might end up being a bit like, oh well, that actually doesn't matter, and you're on your own quest or your own mission, so that might be a bad thing, maybe. I don't know. But what do you think of that as a story element idea? Hey, Maka! Welcome, welcome. Please take a seat. Get comfortable. I hope that you are having an absolutely wonderful and amazing day. We are creating a warlock. Right now, we're playing around with the idea of a drow. We're not locked into that idea. But it's a warlock from the Feydark who has unintentionally betrayed her parents and her people of the Feywilds. allowing the Darkland creatures to perhaps steal something from the Fae, and as such has had to retreat from the Fae Dark and go on a whirlwind adventure. That is the nature of what we're doing. It's a thing. Yeah. It's like 2 a.m. and I killed the character early, so I can't sleep. Oh, dude. You know what? Hold that thought, because I will talk to you about that in a second when we do our next poll. She could be a new drow. What's the position? Two types of drow unrelated to Loth. Oh, well, well, Phoenix. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. She might try and corrupt the hero's souls for the Night Hag Mother. Maybe instead, they cleanse her instead. Oh, that is a good idea. That is a great idea. Could someone have captured the Siren Mother? Ooh, okay. Maybe she's being manipulated. That's a cool idea. All right, let's do a poll here. So this is where we're gonna do the poll. So give me a second. Let me get this up. So new poll. We've got some good inspirations there. Backstory. Drow stole object. Fetch quest. Right. Siren Mother stolen. Extortion. Then next up we have hag to a night hag. So this is just she's still being loyal to the Feywilds and the like, and now has transformed into and now is just simply working for evil. You know what? I don't like that one. Mostly because I think that one lends her to be an NPC, not a PC. Running from past. Finding birth parents. And lastly, working happily for the Unseelie Court. So nothing went wrong. Everything is perfectly fine, and the Unseelie Court are just doing their thing. All right, there we go. So we've got a couple of backstory things there. Let's see. Here we go. New subscriber, Mac of the DM. Yay! Thank you so much, Dazzle. Dazzle, thank you so much for gifting that sub. Macca, welcome to the crypt. You now have your own tombstone plot. So yes, enjoy that one. All right, McBluff. I always have had the idea have had ideas in terms of RPGs, but I'm too scared to share them often. I feel like everyone has such a specific approach on how to play, and I think everyone has such a specific approach to how to play and think and all that. And I feel as though I'm always in the wrong for how I think or what ideas I come up with when it comes to role-playing games. It feels too stressful to really want to play sometimes, but I'm probably being dramatic, probably overthinking it. It just doesn't feel easy to talk sometimes about RPGs. I think there's a lot to unpack there, Mac. And I would say this. We exist in what is fundamentally a creative space. We are storytellers. We are performers. We are actors. We are artists. Any element of role-playing that you do fits into this category. It is not unreasonable for people to feel that way, because ultimately it hasn't been until recent times that creativity has been readily accepted as something positive. If you think about people like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo and stuff like that, the efforts that one would need to go in order to be acknowledged as an artist was astronomical. Many artists didn't even become appreciated until they were dead. That is because there's always this stigma that being creative is in some way, shape, or form wrong. That is a product of a society that was built off the back of labor, and that is something that has caused us to discourage people who are creative, who are artists. When you're in this space and you're trying to talk about the things that you create, it's a niggling sense that the people around you, the society that we've built, still hang on and cling to those same values, which we don't. At least not in particular communities. what we have now, as opposed to back then, is we have a wider reach. Back then, it was a small village. You were talking about a village of people, and they did not that would not necessarily appreciate those of a creative, intelligent, or constructive mindset. It was always about how do we bring things in for the village to grow the village and do stuff like that. Um, Whereas nowadays, with the connections that you have and the people that you know, it is almost impossible to find people to not find people who share that passion. And if you find yourself in the right communities with the right people, it just comes down to just testing the waters. Don't, throw out your magnum opus and sort of be like, oh, okay, well, that's, going to be pretty much it. Throw out little bits and pieces, like, little elements, and test those waters. Eventually becoming more and more confident is part of the game. And it happens over time. It happens slowly but surely. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer, and there is no ignorance to it. And you don't need to be sorry. Once again, it is actually something that we do not tell ourselves. It is something that we do not appreciate in ourselves when it comes to being creative. Is the struggles that people have gone through, that we have gone through in order to get comfortable enough to do this. Because I was the same, I started my stream years ago, and even now there's a part of me that constantly says, I don't care how many people watch my channel. I don't care how many people subscribe to my channel. Deep down, I always will. But it's always a case of there's always going to be that part of you that says, I don't have anything worthwhile to say. That's why I don't use Twitter, right? I can't fathom, like, clicking on my Twitter and go, just bought a milkshake. Like, who gives a crap? And that's just something we reflect on ourselves. So don't worry about it. That's pretty much my go-to is, yes, you will feel anxious about it. Yes, it will be a tough thing to get through. Yes, it will take time and will not require you to pour your heart and soul out the first time you meet someone. But little by little, just add those tiny little pieces, and it will help you. It will absolutely help you get to that point. And no, you do not need to be sorry. You do not need to feel terrible. This is important. It's important stuff, and I'm glad I took a moment to acknowledge it and to hopefully give you some insight on that. So yes, and no, it is not best for you to go. That's just it. Because we all go through it. Like I said, we all go through it. Every single person that you interact with in this space has been creative and has had that chance to meet people who have accepted their creativity. And, lots of people know you, McBluff, here, especially, you're surrounded by friends. We have accepted you, and we love your creativity. Your art, your animations, your conversations, all of it are all elements of your creativity that everyone here appreciates. So thank you for being here. Now, I was going to talk to Maka. But before we do that, let me have a quick look at our poll. All right, so Siren Mother has been captured. I like that. So I'm gonna do another poll, not to buy time, but just to kind of experiment. Okay. Quest for Mother. Now, find Siren Mother. So is that our quest to go and find her? Are we blackmailed? Do we need to do something for an evil organization in order to get Mother set free? Mother presumed dead. Is the GM being kind of like in control of, like, yeah, my mom is dead, I'm trying to get on with my life, but I discover rumors or something that that is the case. That my mother is actually alive, and maybe she was kidnapped, maybe she wasn't, maybe something happened, who knows? Yeah, I think those are some good ones there. So let's start that poll there. Beautiful. All right. So those are some options that we have for how to expand on the idea of the Siren Mother having gone missing. And also, as much as I love to read all of the words to McBluff, I do recommend, if anyone does have something to add or contribute, yeah, throw it in there. And McBluff, I highly recommend stick around and read through these because, like I said, I'm very confident in what people have to say. So there you go. Now, as far as Maka, now, Maka, you mentioned that you killed off a character and you can't sleep. I've definitely been there myself, dude. Like I've definitely had encounters where I've felt a certain level of dissatisfaction, not unsatisfaction, but dissatisfaction at a player death. You know, as a GM, we play on a very sharp razor's edge. We need to be sure to threaten our players with the possibility of consequence, with death being one of these major consequences. But at the same time, we don't want to kill off our player characters. We don't want them to have to go through that. It is an emotional thing because, as we were just saying, player characters, designing characters is all about putting that sense of creativity on your sleeve and presenting it to a group, no less, to try and play with and accept in a role playing game space. So so it is always going to be a tough element, a tough place for us to find ourselves. So I guess what I've got to say here is always remember this, that a character's story isn't defined by the position in which they ended the campaign. It is not when a character dies. It is not when a character lives. It is the moment that the character has been fulfilled. So let me give you an example. So if I have a game where the quest for one of my players is to become a full-blooded wizard of the Arcane College of Schmernung, then pretty much that tells me when this character's story is over. It is when they have managed to be accepted into the college. Do they need to attend the college? Do they have to go to school? Of course not. But that sense of satisfaction comes from that moment where they've received the application letter. You have been accepted. Congratulations. And that for me is kind of the important thing. So I guess, Mako, what I'm saying here is that the character death may have been, a rough moment. But what tied to the end of that story? Was it something satisfying? Was it something satisfying for you, for your player? If so, then it's bittersweet. It's very bittersweet. And if not, then what I would highly recommend doing is have a foreshadow moment after that encounter where the group gets to carry on the quest of their fallen comrade, where they then get to not only relive those memories of that previous character, but also be able to almost allow that character to be at peace because of something that they had done. It's a really cool and nice way that I use on occasion to just inspire my players to actually be invested in one another and the things that they do. So yeah, I hope that helps. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Evandrow or Starlight Elves are far north, hidden beneath the snow and aurora and illusions. Lorendrow or Green Shadow Elves within the towering forest to the south. So, I mean, maybe this is a Starlight Elf of some kind, not related to Loth. That could be it. There's a poll. Get voting. Yeah, there was. There was a poll. Maybe I said it. Maybe I didn't. But we had a tie for the poll though. We had a tie between finding the Siren Mother and the mother is presumed dead. So I think what that really says to me is both, right? She is so the village has been attacked. She has retreated. She doesn't know if her mother is alive or dead. She then regrets her actions, and now she's trying to find her. That seems to be like a cool one. We did have one vote for the third option if you want to go that again too. No, I like this one. I think it's a good one. All right. So, personal quest. Find mother in order to redeem self after abandoning village. Yeah, that's the personal quest. Why work with others? So this is the party reasoning. Unfamiliar with lands beyond the Fey Dark. She's been growing up there her whole life. She has no idea what the world has in store. So it makes perfect sense as to why that's happening. And of course, we can't connect it to the story because we don't have a story for her. Okay. We now have our basic generic character. It is a drow warlock from the Fey Dark. She was manipulated by these evil eldritch forces who have now basically been manipulating her to the point where, ooh, I do like that purple. Where she is, she was basically manipulated to a point where she had to abandon her village, and now she's trying to find her way back and try and find her mom. Okay, now the tricky part. How do we communicate that in this model? How do we communicate as much of that personality as we can? Now, white is definitely a pure thing, right? So I don't think she would be wearing white. The trouble is her being drow, any kind of drab or gray colors don't really show up, and they don't make that really pop. So, this is a good chance to play around with skin tone. So let's very quickly revert her to just a plain white, or maybe even a gray. There we go. So we're going to convert her to gray. This is just the generic. And then let's play around with some skin tones. Her adoptive mum, the siren. Yes, the adoptive mum. The adoptive mum. All right. I think the dark purple is nicer, maybe. Let's have a look. Smurf blue? No. Winter blue? Yeah, it's kind of nice. Moon elf? That was, I think that, it was the moon elf or the lunar elf. Yeah, moon elf or lunar elf were alright. This kind of gives me an Avatar vibe. I think the moon. I think I do like the moon elf. To be honest, I think that really makes those legs kind of pop quite a lot. Oh yes, please. I like that. That's very cool. I think that might be a bit much. Oh wow, those are stunning, but it is also a little much. Because I definitely want a little bit of the glow, but I don't want to look like she's diseased. That's okay. I don't mind that. What do you guys think of this one? The slight on the back. What do you guys think of that one? That one's also really nice. Actually, that's really nice. I like that one. No. All right. I'm leaning between A and B. All right, what do you guys think? Sorry, A, B, and C. I'm going to put up another vote here. Also, remember, guys, this is just a hangout session, so if you guys do have questions that aren't pertaining to this particular thing, then please let me know. So A is backstripe, B is roan, so shoulder splatter, I guess, and C is dapple spots kind of thing. There you go. Let's put that on for 2 minutes. Vote is up now. There you go. So you guys, I think the vote was that people liked that one, which I like too. I do. I like all of these. Like all of these. These are amazing. Also, Dazzle, I know I forgot to mention it, but thank you so much for the sub for AK Writer. AK Writer is a very, very beloved individual in the community, and it is very appreciated for your support and your contribution. Also, by the way, if anyone didn't like the face thing, do let me know, because between that and that, I kind of liked the second one. Yeah, I kind of liked this one. But, you know, if anyone didn't like it, let me know. Let me know. If you prefer me to use the dapple instead of the rosette, let me know as well in chat. AK, you did nothing. You are just an incredible human being, and I appreciate you. That is all. Oh. Stripes make her look sad. They do a little. They do a little melancholy. Yeah, yeah. Well, if no one says anything about the dapple, then I probably will go with that one because I kind of like that one. All right, looks like it is going with the dapple spots. So dapple spots it is, which is that one there. You get distracted for 1 second, suddenly you're there with an Oscar in your hand. People expecting you to make a speech. Yep, speech. All right. Cool. So we've created. Okay, so we've created a tone here. We've created like the nice, vibrant pinks. The bioluminescence is definitely quite nice. Now, bioluminescence technically should be a little bit more in the green palette. But I always imagine... Oh, that's not bad. Oh, it's a rough one. Lady in Red. What is drow fashion like? That's what I'm missing. I don't know what drow... Dapple's a reminiscent of algae and goes into the bioluminescence thing. Yeah, I agree. Oh, black. Blacky, black. That is the color of drow fashion. Black, purple, black, purple, black, purple. Black and gold, black and purple, purple, gold. Black and red, red and black. Black. But thank you, Dag. I must appreciate your work too. It is inspiring and entertaining, and somehow you managed to draw attention of very awesome piece in the arts and Lance. Yes, well, you're very, very, very appreciated. What if we just look at a uniform black, and then maybe no, I'm not sold. Because drow traditionally have that kind of... Oh, maybe. Ooh, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate that at all. Suddenly think of a character having metallic tattoos. I would definitely love that to be a thing. Tanzanite? Tanzanite. Let's have a look at Tanzanite. That is a lovely deep color. And let's just go into my mix. Change that to hair. And maybe... Yeah, I don't mind that. Nope. Yeah, that's all right. That's not too bad. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out, Phoenix. I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever it is you happen to be doing. And let us know if you do the one-shot roulette with the boys. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Thinking blood red. Blood red. What color is blood red? Blood red's kind of here, but a little darker. For the dress. Oh, you meant for the... Oh, you... Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that the whole time. Look, right now I need... Alright, so color of a dress. Let's try that real quick. Color of the dress. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I do like the color of the dress there. I don't know if I like the color of the vines though. Maybe to, I don't know, something. Yeah, maybe. Shiny clothes. Red for hair. Okay, let's try red for hair. Why not? I mean, again, keeping in mind, we're trying to go with drow for the vibe. So I don't know exactly how we're pulling that off. Because traditionally, drow have white hair, which, I don't know, for me, looks a bit... Maybe it's the hairstyle. Maybe we need a different hairstyle. We need to play around. I mean, bald is always an option. Put something in her hair? I don't know if I can put something in her hair. Not without a lot of work. It's not bad. It's also not bad. See, that's always my go-to. I like it. It's so elegant and it's so beautiful and I love it, but again, it's very... Big hair could be nice. Oh, that's not bad. I like that one too. I like the hair it was, but one color. Ignis stone. A crown of flowers or something? I mean, flowers are very... Flowers are very... What's the word? Flowers are very surfacey, if that makes sense. Just trying a few more. Ooh. Nah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the dreads are where it's at. So let's see. Crown. So yeah. So see, if we do a very flowery crown, that kind of gives it a druidy kind of look. Is there a way to make flowers look like mushrooms? I don't think so. The crown, I think, kind of gives her a very, you know, royalty kind of feel, which I don't think is quite right either. Then maybe a tiara might not be a bad idea. Yeah, maybe something... Tricky one, tricky one, tricky one. Jewel between her eyes. Oh, no. No. That... I don't know. I feel like she's about to shoot a beam. Oh, there are a couple of interesting headpieces, though. Maybe that'll solve it. Like some moss and some seaweed. Let's just color that in real quick. Add a couple of deep greens. Seashell. Let's add the kind of bone for the seashell. And then we'll add some lighter colors. Maybe some darker. You know what I mean, what do you guys think of the seaweed head? Not liking the seaweed thing? Yeah, all right, fair enough. It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do about the head. Maybe the necklace has something that we can throw in. Yeah, that'd be nice. Probably not a choker. I like that. Nice, pretty. Yeah, I like that one. Nice, pretty, elegant. And maybe just a nod to that. No, 10th. I was going to go with the 10th night, but I feel like that's a little bit. What was the other one that you said? Igni Stone? Yeah, let's go with the Igni Stone there. Yeah, nothing's really jumping out with the hair. That's the kicker. I really need to do something with that hair. Something from her adoptive mother. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I wish there was like a seashell or something. That'd be kind of nice. All right, that's okay. Okay. All right. So we've decided. Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack a little bit. So we've decided that this is a warlock. And I'm just gonna try the hood and cape real quick, just to see. No, I'm not vibing the hood. Not vibing the hood. But I tried. I gave it a go. Let's see. Is there any kind of hairstyles that's messy? Only short ones. Any way to make the flower look like mushrooms? Yep. Literally one called Bedhead. Yes, there is. What if you're more the head of a myconid, like a druid? That'd be kind of creepy. Make hair a deep purple, almost black. Okay, let's try that. Also, hey, DM Stretch! Thank you so much. Thank you, buddy. We are making a Darkland drow who was raised by a siren in the deep, in the Fey Dark. There's the bioluminescence, and like she is a warlock with a kind of hungering deep patron. So there's like the tendrils and stuff like that around her. We're currently struggling with the color of her hair. So we're going to try out a deep purple. So I'm going to go with plum. So I'm going to actually let me put plum in there. So there's plum, and then I want to make it darker, which was the call, right? Was it? Yeah, deep purple. So deep it's almost black. Why have hair at all? Good question. We could go bold. I mean, I did mention that before. We could see what that looks like. Okay, so darker for the mid. And darker for the high. Then almost black for the low. All right, so that is about as dark purple as we can get. What do we think of that? I mean, we could play around with some of the decals. Maybe start off black, then goes into that purple. Dark red, as you had a lot of purplish on the clothes. Well, okay, so let's have a look at that. So in which case, if I was going to do with the dark purples, the dark reds, what I would probably do is I would make the dark reds this one. That would probably be it, you know, because yeah, I agree. There should be some bit of that on the clothes as well. The no. And then maybe we can put that red there as well. What do we think? What do we think? I mean, the mini's looking good. The mini's looking good, and we need to don't forget we need to play around with other things as well. Like we should play with like what is she carrying in her hand? What does she have in her pockets? What does it have in its pockets? Is precious. We can play around with a lot of different things. I think. Ooh, hey, there's some new stuff here. Infernal hand staff. What's that? Oh, that's wicked. That is awesome. That is a... What the hell is that? That's a Morningstar shell. Ooh. I didn't actually take the time to see if there was anything new. Yep, they're the side items, back items. Is it just that? Yeah, I've seen the eye guard before. Mouth, ring. Anything clothing-wise? Nope. Mounts? Nope. The odds aren't very high for those ones. Okay. Yeah. All right. There you go. So you got a couple of new things. Yeah, these are really cool. Loving the base. Yeah, the base came out really nicely. Well, we're still gonna play around with them a little bit. Like I might make the tentacles transparent plastic. I like it without any items. Yeah, that's true. Well, again, keeping in mind, we also still want to maintain that. Oh, I hate to do this. I hate to do this, but let's go to my poses file, and let's look at. I do have one for seductive beckon. I mean, we'll change the eye line and maybe the face a little bit. Face. There we go. What do we think of this seductive? You like the old pose better? I mean, compared to this one. Yeah? Yep. We're going with old pose? Old pose. Very well. There you go. Old pose. All right. What else can we play with? I mean, I think I'm happy with the hair. The longer that I'm looking at it, the more I think I appreciate it. I'm happy with the colors, but it feels still slightly unremarkable. Do you know what I mean? Like there's still something not there. And I think I know what it is. Okay, so let's make that transparent plastic. Okay. I guess my next question here is, do we like that as purple, or do we want that as, oops. Do we want it as purple, or do we want it as green? What do we prefer, purple or green for the tentacles? Purple or green? Oh. Oh, breaking bones. Actually, it's the mix is nice. We like the mix. Green to offset the purple. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Mix does seem nice. Yeah, it does a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I know that there's a part of my OCD that's like, oh, 2 colored tentacles. What? What nonsense is this? All right, you know what? I'm going to put it up to a vote. This is a community one. It's not just about, hey, what does Michael like? Don't like the breaking bones. I prefer your bones whole. Oh, well, that's very appreciated. So back in the day, I used to do a lot of martial arts and the like, and I put my body through a quite horrendous training regime, and I'm still living with a lot of the repercussions of that. I got out of it fairly early, so I'm quite glad for that. But yeah, can you tell I paint too much Warhammer? Pink. Let's try. Oh yeah, pink's okay. I'll tell you what. I will just very quickly end that. Let me end this one real quick. End poll. New poll. Tentacles. Green, purple, pink. Mix purple, green. Mix pink, purple. Yeah. There you go. Poll has now started. We got that one. Good. Yeah, purple pink's okay. But I don't think pink and green would go well. Yeah, so that's the purple pink. Blood of their enemies. Why not use individual colors for every single tentacle? Octopi are great at camouflaging after all. I don't think I can, to be honest. Because that's painting all of them simultaneously. I might like green better if it wasn't a specific type of green. Well, I can change up the type of green. Like, that's not a problem. As long as I've got kind of a ballpark to kind of be in. All right, looks like green is coming out. Pink and green clashes? Yeah, I think pink and green clashes. Ugh, yuck. I kind of like that one better. Yeah, I think I like yeah, I think I like that one better. All right, green it is. That, yeah, that's kind of a cool one. No. No, I think the black works nicely. Okay, cool. Toxic waste tentacles. Bro. The hungering deep is not of Salinish. Yeah. No, that's very cool. No, I definitely dig that. Let's see. I wonder if there's magic we can use. Anything that kind of... Because keeping in mind, we've got the siren thing. I think we're bringing up the deep waters. We're bringing the siren, but I'm lacking the magic. I think that might be it. Let's see. Eldritch Blast. No. I'd say magic on one hand, book on the hip. Ooh, I like that. I don't hate that. I think that's pretty good. I kind of like that. And a book on the hip, you say? Let's see if we can do that. Book on the hip. I wonder if there's the smaller books. There we go. Yeah, smaller book. Because they recently added in small books because the previous books were just way too big. There we go. All right, how does that? Well, I mean, let's. I'll color them in. But how does that look like in terms of stuff? Small book still looks too big. Yeah, it does a little bit. It does a little bit. We can fix that a little. We can fix that a little. Let's see. Pose, advanced. Okay. So let's twist the book around a bit. So the cool thing here is we can reposition the book just a slight tad. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So it almost looks like it sits a little bit more naturally. There we go. Beautiful. All right. And what about this energy? What color should that energy be? And that's the color of the decal. Purple. What color would a magic be? I mean, I imagine it might be green, like similar to the tentacles and the like. Not purple. Stay away from that for now. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Hungering Deep is the Patreon. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know if that's appropriate, but I definitely enjoy that. That looks really cool. Do we like that? Almost looks like she's nurturing something out of the dark. That's kind of cool. All right. Then let's add a little bit of light here, shall we? Where are you? You stupid light bulb. There it is. Okay, let's lower the intensity a bit. Let's see what dot magic looks like. Ooh, that dot magic really makes that pop though, doesn't it? Yeah, that does look really cool. I love what it's doing with the facial effects too. Maybe I... Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted. So, I wanted to soften the shadows. And then adjust the intensity slightly. Because what's bugging me was these bangles, right? The ones on her shoulder. They're bugging me because they just look like they're stained, you know what I mean, by the light. So just trying to get that right vibe. Yeah, I think that's really cool. Don't forget to make the bioluminescent stuff glow. I think that is glowing. Let me just double check. Yeah, I believe it's glowing. Yeah, it is glowing. Oops. Yeah, I made the glow. I made the glow very customized, but yes, it is glowing. Look, I hatched that from my nightmare. I call it Stibs. That magic is awesome. Definitely that. Yep. Cool. All right, I definitely dig that. Let's also have a look at. Is that what we have? Yeah. Okay. So if we make that transparent, no. If we make that transparent, maybe. Let's make that transparent. Yeah. No. Oh, no. Definitely that needs to be transparent. Or maybe not. Nah, it doesn't need to be transparent. You know what? Don't overuse it, Michael. Non-transparent. Yes, that's right. Michael is definitely too attached to the transparent plastics. I don't need them to be. I don't need them to be at all. I think the Igni stone. Yeah. All right. Cool. I think we created something quite creative here. I guess my next question is, like, I don't mind it as it is, but I'm wondering if we should adjust the pose at all. Like, okay, so let me save this. So, legendary drow siren. Okay, let me play around with this for a second. So, what if I were to body Measure. Posture. Pose. Take that arm. Bend it. Okay. All right. So in this particular one, I'm imagining like her, you know, kind of examining this magic, as it were, for the very, very first time. Like she doesn't know exactly what it's doing. There's like this sense of like mystery and dread that seems to come from this thing, whatever it is. It's like looking at the unknown is kind of part of the vibe I was going with this. All right. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that one? There you go. You like it? Oh. Still favoring the original pose? No, that's fine. Like I said, I just wanted to play around. I just wanted to see what this might look like. All right. The last thing I'll do with this pose, just to see if I can see what I can do with it, is okay. Took a glance at my clock because of it last. I hit needed a second. Good night. No worries, AK. I'm just about to wrap up. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do with the pose is this particular double dark magic thing that I'm doing. All right, what do you guys think? And if we go to no, we go to the original pose. Aw, you too, dude. You also remain awesome and wonderful. Okay. What do you think about that? Like I said, this is the last chance, Grizz, that I'm going to try with this pose. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back to the other one. I mean, I can always do the same lighting effect with the other one, but I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Moonrake. I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful and splendiferous day. Yeah, I like the new pose, like the old pose. Okay, let's do a vote. Last vote of the night. Let's see. New poll. Pose 1 or 2. Pose pose 1. Stretch. Pose 2. Examine. All right. So this is the, I'm going to put this for 3 minutes. So this is the examine pose. I'm going to, wait, didn't I save it? I thought I saved it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the other pose. I'm sure I saved it though. Oh, maybe I didn't. No. My life. Okay. This is why saving is important, people. No, I did save it. No, it has to be saved. Has to be saved. It is definitely here somewhere. It's definitely called Legendary something. Go ram it. All right, well, it's saved, but I don't know where, which means that I can't adjust it. And I have to go all the way back, but that's fine. If that is what shall happen, then that is as it shall be. I did actually put drown instead of drow, and I remember I was coming. Ah. Did I? Rename. Legendary drown. There is a DAG folder, yes. I do have a DAG folder. All right. Let's see. There's one for each. We have enough time to put those last votes in, throw them in if we want. This is the examine one. And just to give a brief, I mean, I'll have to adjust stuff, but this is the stretch one. That's the stretch. Examine or stretch. Hey, Rock, how you doing? Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day, dude. All right. All right, with 3 votes to 1, we are going with the examine version. So that is the one we're keeping. We will, of course, have one last opportunity for adjustments and the like. So do not fret. There will be yet another opportunity to adjust the character. But for now, I think we have our Drow Warlock, which is very cool. So I'm going to save that one there. Fantastic. Oh, we didn't change her proportions. Let's examine her proportions real quick. Height, I think we'll make her a little bit taller. Arms, maybe a little bigger. Upper body, a little bigger. Posture, maybe straighten up a bit. Build, tiny bit. Upper scale, nah, I think she's good. Muscularity, give her some tonal definition. Waist, I think that's all right. Belly, that's all right. Curves, booty. Bust, I think she can have a reasonable bust. There you go. Beautiful. I love her. I think she is fantastic. I think the only other thing I'd want to do is I'd want to maybe lower her arm a little bit. Just a smidge. And then just check to see if she is not. So important thing to always remember as well is it does not take much, but try to get the eye line you want and then adjust where you need to be. Which is there. Perfect. I just need to then adjust that. No. Oh, other way. Thank you. Beautiful. All right, we got the eyeline. Done. Remember to write down all these backstories somewhere so we don't lose them. Yes, I will absolutely be doing so. They will be in my Discord channel on my Hero Forge Foundry where you'll be able to read up and check on these. All right, we are now done. This is, of course, as I mentioned, the last of our Hero Forge minis that we are going to order in. So at the end of this, I'm going to order all these in, and we're going to see exactly what they all look like and then review them. But next week, we're going to do a quick review of each of them to make any final changes we would like. So be sure to tune in next week as we do that. In the meantime, however, I want to thank everyone for coming and tuning in and having a good time. I love hanging out with you guys. These are nice little quiet streams and, you know, kind of gives me time to be able to, like, work on some fun art stuff and chat with you guys. So thank you very much, everyone. We are now going to go and raid someone. Let us go and raid. Let's raid. That's Bronze Girl. There you go. They're currently playing D&D. So let's go over and share the love. Don't forget, if you hang out with the raid, you get to earn those dag dollary dues. Till next time, guys. As always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks. Also, sorry, we didn't do a review today. And the reason we didn't do reviews today is because I have to go to work. And I ran a bit late. All right, wish me luck. Bye.